I'll second that motion.
Motion's been made and seconded to approve the April 7th minutes. All in favor?
Aye.
Approve the district warrant.
Well, I move that we approve the district warrants.
On invoices 206 through 222.
On invoices 206 through invoice 222.
I second it.
Motion's been made and seconded to approve the warrants from 206 to 222. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Go over, check over the monthly budget.
Oh, Gary, you were supposed to do Gary next. Gary King.
No, not according to the agenda.
I don't have that copy.
I got a copy.
So we'll do the, check the monthly
No,
budget.
no, not this. This.
Oh.
I need a copy of this.
The budget.
Do you have a copy?
No.
It's this one.
I'm looking
No,
for a
that's
copy of this.
a copy of the budget.
I thought that's what you said.
No,
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I misunderstood.
Do you have that one?
I have it. Yes, I have it. That was further down.
monthly budget.
Monthly budget.
Okay, I don't have a copy of it.
That's the same one that we already got in our packet.
Yeah.
Already reviewed it.
And then we'll do look over the financial report.
I love the interest we get on our control balance.
Anything?
No, it's
Is it good?
Okay. Now we'll go down to Gary King to explain about his reasons for putting the meetings on Facebook and YouTube.
All right. Now you sit down here so I can. Is it all right?
yes.
Okay. Rita and I, well, actually, we were approached by the Siskiyou County Media Council that they have two public service stations here in the county, and they're trying to get all of the boards in the county and all the different communities to record it and broadcast on their two stations. They have two channels that they broadcast on. So because nobody in Happy Camp can actually see this live, well, Rita and I, first of all, we wanted to rebroadcast this stuff for the county, and you guys are, believe it or not, the government here in town, and the boards here, as
Camera's looking at me.
pretty much the government's leading me too. Hey guys, I'm usually on the other side of the camera, so it's. But anyway, been in video production since I was like 19 years old, and I really enjoy it. And what I would like to see is high school, maybe even one of the COS college classes. We'd like to have the kids here in Happy Camp be able to do video production. And the way to get it started is to actually do boards and put it on the channel in Siskiyou County, the public access channel, which is available to everybody in Siskiyou County. And like I said, they're doing this for several of the boards in the county. Some of the communities are just really gung-ho and excited about it, and some of the communities aren't quite so excited about it. It just depends on the personalities in the communities. So what we would like to see this do is develop into, first of all, it's information for the people who can't be here. Like, for instance, when we did the water board last month, there were several people who come to Happy Camp for a while, and then they live somewhere else, and they were able to watch it and get the information. They didn't stay all the way through. I'm excited about the water board coming up, so we can learn about what the governor has to say about our water restrictions, but that's a side note. But anyway, we wanted to do this so that the people who can't be here, who don't have time to participate in the meetings, can actually see what's going on. Most of this is pretty boring stuff, as you guys who are here every month know. And yeah, I don't expect there's a whole lot of interest, but some people will be interested in what's going on. And you guys are making decisions for me, you're making decisions for the community, and if anything happens to either the water board or the sewer department, the sanitary district, then our town is as you probably know, because it's a lot of responsibility for you guys, is our town's in a lot of trouble if something happens to either one of them. So as one of the major bill payers in the community for the water and the sewer department, I don't have time to participate in all the meetings, but I'm making a commitment to do this so that we can share the information with people who want to see the information. And eventually, we'd like to build it up to where we can start some kind of college or high school classes for our local kids, because video production is fun. It's really, really fun. And getting information out is fun. And if I can get the kids with something to do, maybe I can teach them some of my experience. Rita can teach them some of her experience. That's just our general overall objectives, and the direction we'd like to go in. And did you have anything you wanted to add, Rita?
Well, the viewership is about 254 people actually opened it up and looked at it off of the Facebook page and were interested in it. So that's pretty good, really.
Opened what up?
Oh, that was another thing I needed to explain. Was first originally, we were going to put it on the public access channel, and they were going to rebroadcast it, and you can look at it online. So, in the water department, I didn't explain that we were going to put it on Facebook because I didn't realize that Facebook would take.
YouTube.
YouTube. I didn't realize YouTube would take. Before, when I posted, they've limited it to 10 or 15 minutes, and a lot of these meetings last an hour, sometimes 2 hours. But they have changed their policy, and we were able to broadcast. Facebook is a, there I go again, sorry. YouTube is a medium. Since we don't get those broadcast channels here in the Happy Camp, it's another medium that everybody locally or whatever can tune into. So that's why we stuck it up on Facebook. And I did not explain that to the water department.
Clearly enough.
Clearly.
But once the Siskiyou Media Council saw what we did, the guy called us up and was very excited that, we had gotten something finally videotaped and we're ready to go. And this is like the initial launch. So, we're really busy, and it's just Gary and I doing this, but I would like to get a hold of like the volunteer fire department, and if they have something cool that they're doing, like training. I was talking to Dean Davis. He's got a group of scientists that are coming out and they're looking at a stand of trees that's really rare, and they might let us videotape it, and we can start doing outreach to the colleges to see if there are kids that are already in those video production classes that might be able to get, as college students, they would get a stipend to come out and teach our high school kids how to shoot that kind of stuff. So it's just, we're really concerned about it. It's one more thing in the community that these kids can do to participate, to get them engaged in politics and what's going on in our community, because they're not like our generation. They're not going to show up to a meeting. They're going to get on Facebook, and they're going to get on the phone and on the computer, and that's how we will engage them and encourage them and get them fired up about it. So It's just one step, and, you know, we want you guys to be comfortable with it and help us to, you know, if there's something that's interesting that's gonna be coming up, maybe there's an inspection or something going on with the water or something interesting about water testing. I mean, I don't think people in town know how complicated this is. I mean,
Or how
until,
difficult your.
or how
your
difficult
job
your
is
board
and
job
everything
is.
yeah.
Your board job is very difficult, and you guys are spending lots of time doing this, you know? So you feel it's necessary, obviously, because you made a commitment to doing it, you know, to doing it, to participating in it. So, anyway, does that help? Does that explain it?
Yeah, for me it does.
That's fine.
I still don't approve of being on Facebook or YouTube.
Sorry, Gary.
I don't do Facebook, so
Well, I don't do Facebook either, so.
Well, anything that you can promote Facebook with is fine with me, because I own stock in the company and
And you're getting a cut off everything, right, Gary?
a little bit.
you know, one of the things that I think is we take everything under advisement. We listen to concerns and ideas from the community, and we're open to suggestions, and I'm sure we'll take all of this under advisement and discuss it at a meeting in the future, and
Well, we're hoping that people with Facebook that are younger, because the majority of people that are really super active in Facebook are females between the ages of 24 and 48. And if they have a question and they can't come to your meeting and they post it on the Facebook page, we can give it to you guys, and then you'll have feedback from the community about what their concerns are, and you'll know, you know, what's on people's mind. What do they want? What do they think is important, you know, that you might not be getting before. And again, when you address that and somebody feels like you care, you know, if a human being feels like they're being cared for, then that gets our, you know, participation up in the community, and people are more connected, which is gonna be good for all of us in the long run. So,
And Gary, I apologize. I did not handle the YouTube thing very well with you guys, and I apologize for that. That was an oversight on my part. I didn't even think it would be a problem. It just didn't occur to me that some people wouldn't like that.
Well, it's a little shock when you get these phone calls from people out of town that they see on Facebook and YouTube, and you didn't know you was there.
Yeah, and that is my fault, and I apologize for that.
were they complimentary?
Not really.
Didn't like his attire at the meeting. Yeah, I'll have to.
all I know is our meetings are open to the public, and we have a box out front that people can put things into if the door isn't open. You know, they can come here during every business day of the week. We post agendas on the bulletin boards, and we have an appeal box
That's awesome.
to send stuff to, so.
Would it be okay if we put a really short plug on that, had you stand out by the mailbox and you just tell people that, and we'll do a 20-second post so people know?
Not me, no.
No, so it's gotta be someone else that would be the spokesperson for that.
I would not. I just said it, you know.
I didn't catch it though. If you do that one more time, I'd be happy to record that.
That's okay. I already said my piece.
Okay.
Right. Oh, I'm sorry. Does anyone have any other questions or comments?
We're fine.
Okay. We'll
We
go-
appreciate your concern, and glad you dropped by.
Well, I've got to run and take care of a guest because they're checking in, so I will bid you adieu. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Okay, we'll go to, I guess we'll look over the special district deposit.
Yeah,
And then there's a
I did that beforehand.
Valley Bank in there.
It's, here, Robert, if you don't have,
So,
I don't know what's, okay.
next
I'm sorry, I
thing
reviewed this already.
go to is, vote to pass the 15-16 budget.
Yes, sir.
This is the same that we looked at last, right, Carol?
Yes.
It looks similar, but sometimes the number
Yes.
hides someplace, and I don't think any changes were made to it. We didn't need any clarification, so I make a motion that we approve the fiscal year 2015-2016 as of March 24th, 2015 budget.
I'll second.
Okay, the motion's been made and seconded to, pass the budget for 15-16. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Judy has to sign that.
Oh. All right, Judy.
Late notices?
Do we need to write absent for Pete, or does he have to review this later to sign?
I think he has to review that.
Okay.
later and sign.
I think it needs full. And you will let us know if he comes up with something that he doesn't like?
Yeah. I'll be right on that.
Who's, Amoresco?
That's the name of the company, isn't it?
For the airport.
Yeah, mowing the airport and maintenance.
So that's who we charge, or,
It's the Forest Service, and so,
That's the bill paying
Yeah.
outfit for the USFS.
Okay.
They pay the water, sewer bills.
okay, so they're delinquent with,
Yeah.
it's standard procedure for them to be delinquent because they submit the bills and then it goes on up the ladder and then it comes back down the ladder and we're on the bottom rung, so. The process is unable to be sped up because they don't pay in advance.
So there's some on there, and I'll put an X that need to be sent
Notices?
notices to.
Okay. There are no surprises on this, with the exception of the Amoresco. It wasn't, not really a surprise. So you'll give the X's to Carol and she'll send the delinquent notices and,
Yeah. RH Tilly states that everything is running great at the plant. We will have to have the septic stuff, the lift station by the rock shop.
That's been done.
It's been done.
never mind.
so now we can pay our rates for being so diligent.
Yeah.
Just one quick side question, the roof is okay?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
the
it's
Okay.
all done.
Super
I
duper.
figured it had been, but,
Yeah, it's
since the
done.
wind blew it off, I knew we were gonna jump right on that and fix it, and I just hadn't heard that.
And the insurance companies are right on the job.
Right on?
Paid right up.
So we'll go over, RH Tilly's, time and sick leave and vacation and Carol's.
Heat stress, code red.
That all looks good. We have to vote on it.
So then we'll do the safety meeting, and it's what?
Heat stress.
Heat stress. And while we're doing that, do you have anything?
No,
Everything's good in your world?
everything is fine in my world.
That must be nice to be able to say.
RH is doing a swell job keeping up in the maintenance category, and the system is running smooth,
The only,
and that's all we can ask.
Gary, the only
Yes.
question I got is, on the airport.
Yes.
Because it's gonna be needing to be mowed,
That's scheduled for Monday.
scheduled for Monday, and the county's still gonna pay that, or Ameresco is paying for it?
County.
County is paying for it, so that's still, that airport's still a listed airport, because there's been rumor about where the FAA was recommending dropping it as being an airport.
Yeah, I don't know if the FAA was, or the county was pushing the FAA, or something. The county wants to get rid of it,
I wanna see.
Okay.
because they don't want to take care of it. They are gonna limit the amount of times that the airport is mowed, you know, for budgetary purposes, but that's all we know at this time.
Well, they can't limit it too much because they don't want that much anyway.
No, they don't mow it that much, but they set a limit on it. So, as long as it doesn't get mowed and then rain, and get mowed and then rain, then we'll be okay.
Thank you, Carol, for taking care of the back of this SDRA.
So you're welcome.
Give me something, Judy?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I was just checking to make sure that
the safety booklet on heat stress, RH and I'll sign for that.
the book I looked at didn't have the test done in it. So. Or the,
Okay, is there anything else?
Nope.
Anything on the agenda for next month?
just an update on where we are with the abandonment,
Right?
making the amendment if we need to for abandonment of the pipe. I know that was the first thing that needs to be done.
I don't think anything will come up by next meeting for that purpose.
Okay, so that doesn't need to go on the
That's
agenda.
on hold a little bit for right now.
All right, then I'll adjourn the meeting at 5 to 6.